Prince Johnson, the Liberian former warlord and senator whose brutal tactics shocked the world, has died at the age of 72, authorities said Thursday. Johnson, who infamously videotaped himself drinking Budweiser as his men cut off the ears of the nation's former president, remained active in politics after the Civil War ended and was elected senator in 2006. He died on Thursday at a local hospital in Painesville, a suburb of Monrovia, said Siafa Jalla, deputy director of press relations at the Liberian Senate. Liberia's civil wars, marked by mass killings, torture, and sexual violence, killed an estimated 250,000 people between 1989 and 2003. Johnson was named one of the most notorious perpetrators by the country's post-war Truth and Reconciliation Committee and was accused of killing, extortion, massacre, torture, and rape among other charges. Neither Johnson nor the other 7 people that the committee listed as leaders of warring factions were ever tried in Liberia, but a handful were convicted overseas, including Charles Taylor, a former president, who is serving a 50-year sentence in the United Kingdom. Muhammad Jabata, a rebel commander who witnesses said killed civilians and ordered his soldiers to rape young girls, was sentenced to 30 years in the U.S. Earlier this year, President Joseph Boakai signed an executive order to create a long-awaited war crimes court to deliver justice to the Civil War's victims, but the court hasn't begun operating. Adama Dempster, a Liberian human rights advocate, expressed regret that Johnson was unable to testify before the proposed tribunal before he died. "It's sad and has a deep meaning for an accountability process," he said. In 1990, the then 38-year-old Johnson led a rebel faction that invaded Monrovia, captured former President Samuel Doe, and tortured him in front of a rolling camera. Johnson is seen kicking back in a chair, his feet up on a table and a bottle of beer in one hand. He taunts the former ruler as his men strip the president to his underwear, then cut off his ears as blood streams down his temple. The president later died, and according to one witness testimony in front of the nation's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, Johnson later showed off Doe's head on a platter. After the end of the war, Johnson became a born-again Christian and ordained preacher, before being elected senator representing Nimba County. The country banned the sale of Doe's notorious torture tape that had once been widely available at street-side stalls.